Here on down, the great lake they call Gitchigumi is Lake Superior, and that is also a god, a small G god. I don't know if it's a large G god, but it has a powerful presence, and a lot of petroglyphs have been made regarding the crossing of it, and crossing it on a snake, on a huge dragon. So there must have been dragons in this area. I mean, they were very literal. The natives were very literal, unless they were on wild berries or something. I don't know. But honestly, I do think that there's that Dillinger cat again. There's that Brophy's Lane and Brophy's Lane. That's confusing. Like, that's why I don't drive. I should get my license, say, Will. Consider this, Will. The special areas, the supernatural phenomena in this area that Father Jean Brebeuf witnessed regarding the Petun Indians and the creatures that are here at Scenic Caves, at the escarpment, Georgian Bay escarpment, the Niagara escarpment. This is the Niagara escarpment, people. We're right on a precipice with caves underneath us. Any day we could just collapse into those caves and be totally gone. And then sprung up from the crystalline caves would be the new Blue Mountain. You know, crystalline Blue Mountain? That's my legend, see? That was a vision I held because I believe these special ley line areas all have crystals underneath them. Interesting. That's an interesting tree, very rare. So, anyway, just walking through the neighborhood and figuring out, here's some interesting tree forms on this birch, looks like a birch poplar graft, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not a silver birch, but it's interesting. Silver birches are dying out too here because the acid levels. We need to alkaline a little bit more for health. Everything is acidic too, and it's very dangerous, of course. Anyway, are you good, Will? Stay here hold the dog tight. Aren't these pretty rocks? Do you know what kind of rocks these are, Will? Okay, those blackish ones are shale, I think. They have oil in them, so anything that's a black rock has oil in them. And then that round one looks like granite. Now, the really old rocks that we get on the escarpment are ancient granite. Like, they belong to the shield. So cut away from the shield, apparently, the huge Niagara escarpment. And it still has that ancient rock, like maybe 500 million or 500 billion years old. Who knows? I think they have the dates all wrong. I don't believe that we've been here like only, 10 million years or something? I think, or 10,000 years? No, 10,000 years. They say humans have been only here for 10,000 years. I don't believe that's true. I believe there's missing history, probably because of the deluge, which is the flood, right? Noah's flood, time of Noah, and before that Enoch's time. That's the most ancient prophet of the Bible, is Enoch. We don't know much about him, but there were Nephilim. They took it out of the Bible because it was all about angels and wars in heaven, and they didn't want to talk about it, right? They didn't want to talk about it. But these ancient spirits are still here in the cloud formas, in the fourth dimension projections. It's kind of interesting to see that. Look at that beautiful tree. I'm having a hard time really with this camera because I'm trying to understand how it works. It's my first or second video? My second video. Oh, yeah. They shed their leaves. That pine tree there, with the yellow one there, sheds its pine needles every year. Well, isn't that interesting? That looks like a heart, like an anatomical heart cloud, which is telling me something. Or it could be a creature of some sort, but telling me I gotta have heart. I gotta live from the heart. So the messages were given. Look at this beautiful willow. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorge. I'm living in it right now. Just think how the clouds are. I see so many interesting phenomena. And read the clouds like I read tea leaves, because it has so many personal interpretations too, because you're in the geographic space of the projection, and it's like kind of aligning with your solar chakra and the chakra energy centers, each coming from another dimension. So if you have 5 to 7 chakras in your body, that's how many times we big banged and we created a new dimension for you. These are interesting. There's a guide stone right there. An ancient guide stone. Where's it? Will not be able. Oh, there. Right there. Which is, I think it was put up to tell it is a historic site, this area. Definitely a historic site. So we had Simonadis living there, I believe, at one time. I think someone bought that place. This is an interesting little garage that I always thought, oh, that'd be a nice writer's nook, okay? They have a lot of Seagram's boxes up there. I don't know. That'd be kind of good. Yeah, drink. No, yeah. Okay. No, I don't drink. I don't drink or smoke. I'm trying to get my kids to quit. Well, my kid. This guy. Because it's really bad on the liver, you know? It's really not a healthy thing to do. Yeah, pretty flowers there. Really pretty. And there's the beautiful cloud that's drifting to the east. We walk along the second curve. See how long this movie is? It's really a test to see how many minutes I get. Because on the smartphone, I don't get many minutes for videos. So I only can really, at the most, I think I've made 23 minutes at the most. That's when I had the phone rebooted, factory reset. This is a beautiful day. The sun turning up nice. Omara, 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 as it enters your chakras and rejuvenates you and redoes your molecular center of the mother cell, so which reminds you you're infinite. These beautiful, what are they, pampas grass? They're pretty, aren't they? When they shine in the light, they look very, very pretty. Makes for great photos. I'm gonna get closer. Oh, I didn't do the wind. Oh, that wasn't me. All of a sudden the wind just showed up. Where's that coming from? Haha, funny guys. Haha, funny secret wind energies. I guess that could be the head piercer wind energies or the watcher. Because there were lots of sky eyes during the storm, and blue, purple sky. It was like a periwinkle sky, very purple, dark purple, and definitely that was a sign. Because before it used to be that lime green sky, then you had a tornado. Well, it was opposite, so that means we had a magnetic flip, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, we did. Apparently, for a while, our magnetic field was missing. Well, we flipped over, and there is something interesting right there. That is pretty. Yeah, so capturing nature is one of the things I like to do, because nature tells you things. You'll see a frog and you'll see which way he's jumping, and it will tell you how your day will go. I'm not kidding. Or you'll see a turtle and he'll talk to you. He'll say, go this way, move over here. You know, because they have that ancient knowledge and wisdom that we don't have, and they speak a different language which we have to understand, which we've just been treating like we don't know, so we don't have to figure it out. But one day it open up to you, you know, and it will be lovely then. Skies, sun. Should take some still pictures and ionize it and see exactly what's going on in the sun today. We're supposed to have a CME today, right? So you'll see a lot of flaring on the sun, like those big huge arrays coming off of it. And then the CME might hit the earth or it might not, they don't know yet. But if it hits the earth, a lot of times that it's called the what's it called, the ejecta, or the The filaments, yeah, the filaments that come off the sun. That sounds like a camera, filament, doesn't it? Camera's a filament. So it's electronic. And it comes off and it looks like pulled taffy. This comes on the clouds and it looks like pulled taffy clouds, and it's really dark blue. Like when I take pictures of it, go through the Dram app. And I thought, oh, there's the crows. They're going, and guess what? In your Surrey, it's an ancient Roman prophetic device. You watch where the birds fly. And sometimes they do the entrails. That's gross. I don't believe in that. But like they read the entrails, prophets and people like that, like sorcerers, and not sorcerers, but the people that would do that. Divination, right? The prophet trying to figure out the future. Well, don't know how successful they were because they never put all those diviners under a mathematical means test, which would be called figuring out their mathematics or whatever. You know, what's it called? I can't remember right now, but I'm kind of tired. I had a lot of dreams again last night. Today is going to be interesting, but I really do believe that it is a puppet government. I don't believe these people are real. The figureheads, they're controlled by the military-industrial machinery, which is private concerns, not in this country, probably in Belgium or something like that. Briex or Interbrew, what? Who bought that? Who bought Labatt's? It was Interbrew from Belgium. They bought Coors, I don't know, all these companies, beer companies. And why are they doing that? That's the New World Order globalization trip where it takes away the power from where we had lots of money. My mom had a good policy, and then all of a sudden they took it away. That don't give it to you anymore. See? Well, that's typical. I don't think that's righteous to make it that way, and to interfere with a nation's well-being is wrong, and it has really crippled the United States in the fact that they cannot, you know, the middle class has eroded. It's completely gone. There's the rich or poor in the States right now. It used to be a great country. You never had to show your passport. You could go into the country, and it's all changed now. Oh well. But I'm going to look at positive things because we can make it positive. There is an interesting cloud right there. It says C3 or G3. I wonder what that means. These are signs, symbols, and wonders that nature gives us to understand our lives, because sometimes we're clueless, right? We need this little help, a little push, a little prod from nature that tells us many, many things. If we only could listen, or listen, we'll listen. And listen and see and hear and feel all our senses, and maybe some more senses that, like the 5 senses and the 5 chakra, major ones, and 7 chakras, to whatever degrees it goes up on the planes of existence, dimensionality wise. We lose our gravity, our density. We become light beings again. I think that will be a good thing, because that's probably why Andromeda is colliding with the Milky Way galaxy, because if not, the gravities would repel one another. But they're not repelling. They are colliding. So therefore they're attracted to each other for some reason. Perhaps because there's something each one of them has to give to each other. Their central suns want to combine energies. At one time was one huge galaxy that broke away and came back to rejoin again. Happens like a yo-yo, maybe. That's what we do. Doesn't seem to be that way, like the duality system of the interplay of light and dark and all that, coming back and forth. And I guess I call it yo-yo physics. Dynamic cycle. See it in the sun. Study the sun for 3 years. Every day, 3 times, taking pictures of the sun, seeing the various energies that it creates at certain times of the year. And you can gauge what's going on at that point with our system and where we're going in the system. Very important for us to know. Okay. that's all for today. Thank you. Have a good one.